Hello everyone and welcome to my video on how to be an ADC. As you can see in this game, I am Jinx, and this is my most familiar ADC that I play. I do not main ADC, but I'm pretty decent at it. So, but I know what it takes to be an ADC. That's why I'm doing this video for you guys. I did do this in the first take that I actually ever did it. So it's not like I waited till I fucking raped a team and then went for it, you know. So that's just a heads up. So in this game we do an invade. Our Rammus jungle called it, and we ended up focusing right people, and we did come out on top. So I'll just start going through it, and I'll just let you guys watch from here. So Doran's Blade is pretty necessary, I think, for most ADCs. It is, but not all, but most. Last hitting is key to farming. You'll notice as you're watching it that I do a decent job at last hitting, but it's not my forte for sure. Getting gold in minions is better than, or more valuable, I should say, than kills. The CS is very important. It's your main gold income, and it gives you a big lead. If you're out CSing your other ADC or your opponent, you are gonna come out on top. It's really doesn't matter. Even if you feed, or let's say die to them once or twice, you will still be next to them in levels and also in gold count. Because it's like for every 15 or something CS, you get a level, or you get a certain amount of gold, and that equals a kill. So really it's important to have 5 minutes. In the first 5 minutes of the game, you should have 25 to 30 CS. In 10 minutes, you should have 75 to 80 plus CS. And then also at 15 minutes, you should have 120 to 140 plus CS during that time. And then pretty much that should be the end of the laning phase. Really 10 minutes should be it, but you should still be out CSing your team. It's also important to focus on objectives. That's what I like to do, and it always seems to work out for me. So I'm just gonna skip a little around from my notes that I usually have. But let's just go from here. So it's also important to know during the laning phase, it's important to know what your support is and who your support is. I mean, if you're laning in a solo queue, I ended up becoming friends with this Nid after this game because she was very good. So we're gonna start duoing now a lot, but so really, it's really important to know. Nid told me at the beginning of the game that she was an aggressive support, and she's very good at Nid. So that ended up being very helpful to me, is knowing what my support is. So she said she was very aggressive. So that's why we're putting so much damage out on these guys right now, and that's how we're winning the even lane. I do focus more on damaging them, but at the same time I should have been focusing more on CS, but that was my fault. That was just in the spur of the moment, really. But it is really important. CS is important in this game. It'll definitely make the outcome of your game. You don't even have to be fed, and you can out hit your team, your opponents in the bot lane when you're going through. So it's also important to stay in lane as long as you can. That's what I usually do, and I usually get my Bloodthirster on my first back. Unless if you're low enough or they can dive you and kill you, I wouldn't go back. But if you can, go back. I mean, don't force yourself, and don't say, oh, I can wait. Oh, I'm not gonna die yet. La 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 la. That's basically that. So in ranked or even in normals, there's 3 key things to a bot lane, to a mid lane, to a top lane that you need to know. Have map awareness and know who to focus as an ADC, whether in team fights or whether in the bot lane. Always mostly focus the ADC. I mean, if I was the other team right now in this video, I'd be focusing Nid more, because Nid can devour you with her ult. Which is what they end up doing, but I'm a good enough at ADC to notice that they're focusing her, so I'm just going to take out Teemo, since Teemo puts the most damage up, and then I'm going to get Sona out of there. So I do end up getting a double kill here as well, because as you can see, they focused Nid instead of me, which they could even focus me first, because I would do a lot of damage, but at the same time, Nid does a lot more damage since she has her ult on her first, pretty much when she spawns. But so yeah, it's very key to communicate with your team, have map awareness, and know who to focus as an ADC, whether you're in the bot laning phase or you're in a team fight. So countering is very just quick and short. Counter your ADC mostly every time. If you're first pick or if you're last pick, you want to try to counter your ADC. Have someone pick a champ that they want. If you're first, pick a champ that they want, and then also you're gonna wanna if you're last pick, try to still counter them regardless. Use sites for that. I use a thing called counterselect.net. Which really helps me to figure out what champs I would like to use. I will put a link in the description below for that site to figure out what champs for you that you would want to counter and who to counter. You just got to type in the champ and that's it. So that's pretty much that. So I already talked about laning with support. That's basically what you need to know throughout it. Laning with support is very key if you want to know what to do. So throughout the game, never be in front of a fight. Let your team engage, and you're the ADC for a reason, to provide as much damage as possible. Cannot stress this enough. That is for sure. You should always know your surroundings. Watch them. Watch the other team. Know where they're at. Because as you can see, I do focus around the map first. As you can see, I look at where Teemo's going. So then Teemo comes in there, and he might have been hiding, so then he just went back. So he poked there, so I put my E there, and then tried to see if it was there or not. That was just because we both had maps surrounding him. We could have just got him right there, but we ended up not. So it's always good to have map awareness as an ADC. So for most ADCs, I'm going to start Doran's Blade. That is key. Like I said, for most ADCs it is. Always get Bloodthirster, and then I usually get Berserker Greaves, and then if I'm using Jinx, Static Shiv. And then if for other ADCs, it can be Phantom Dancer or anything else like that. But Static Shiv is my favorite because it's very good for laning, for taking care of pushing lanes and stuff like that, pushing minions away. So that being said, when laning the support, stay with them, protect each other at all costs. Winning the lane in CS and turrets is important. Always try to beat the other ADC in CS. Getting items, etc. Always try to be out laning, out CSing, out iteming. I guess you could say that's not even a word, but you know what I mean. Always try to beat your ADC and everything. Yes, I'm also facing a Teemo ADC, which isn't even a thing. I don't know why people think that is a thing, but it's not. Don't be afraid to poke and never overextend as an ADC. Always know your surroundings, like I said. If you overextend, you will get caught, and then you'll end up dying. It is never a bad thing to know what your support does, like I said, being aggressive and stuff. Ward bushes, call for ganks. Also, learn to farm under your turret. Know how it's gonna take some time. It will take some time, especially if you're new to it, to know exactly how much damage the turret does to a minion, and then that's when you'll know from then. That's just something you have to learn and something you have to focus on whenever you do it. That'll be key, really. So that's basically it so far. I'm just gonna go over everything a little bit more. In a fight, you want to stay behind your whole team. Team fights, basically. In mid lane, like right here, I go up farther and then I back off. Watch, I back off right here. He's going to focus me. I'm back off. You see how I'm behind everyone? And then they end up focusing me, and then they end up diving me right here, I'm pretty sure, because I tried to help out. So that's my fault right there. That's what you do not want to do. I didn't purposely do that, but that was just a mistake I made mentally, really. I thought I could put enough damage out because I already had my Bloodthirster, and I already had a Static Shiv and a Berserker Greaves. I think we about 21 minutes into the game. So that was just a mental error. It's not going to kill you if you make a mental error. It is just something to focus on as you're going through it. I did end up making a mistake there, and it's never bad to make a mistake, but don't make too many of them, and do not feed, because that's not good. But I mean, if you're already fed, really, and you're already taking care of business, don't be afraid of dying, because it won't be a bad thing. But at the same time, if they do end up acing you, they can just come back and turn the game around in 2 seconds. Last game, we literally just had a game where we were down 25-5 in a ranked game, and they ended up losing. We ended up winning the game because they ended up just wanting to take kills. So we just kept taking turrets, and we ended up winning the game. So that just proves right there that kills are not as important as taking care of objectives. Objectives are very important in ranked, especially in normals. If you want to win a game, go for objectives. Keys are important, but minions, turrets, and taking care of business, dragon, baron, anything like that. We ended up getting Dragon and Baron in that game first, and we ended up winning. So that just proves right there that you can come back from any score. So that's basically it so far. I'm just going to explain a little more things in the video as it goes through. See how I'm taking care of top lane. That's why we're going to push bot lane right here. When we push bot lane right here, it shows right here that when if you're looking at the top part of the lane and you see they're being chased by someone, that's where we get this lane right here. They try to come help, so we back off, and then they're gonna go mid, and then we're gonna push it back because I took enough damage on that turret. So watch, I'm gonna go back now, and then they're gonna leave, and then I'm gonna go up, and then they're gonna leave, and then we're gonna go kill them. So that's just basically important. And then Nid goes in right there. We take down Volley, who's very tanky. Then we take down Lux. Then we take down Sona, and then we take it down Teemo. Now that was bad focusing by us, but at the same time it wasn't because we took down their tank, and I have enough lifesteal to get out of it. And then we do end up taking it right here. Actually, they ended up coming back, but then we ended up just obliterating them right here. We completely outplayed in the entire game, completely. So if you guys really like these videos, I mean, I just took a chance out of it. I do not main ADC at all, so I'm not a god at it. So if I do miss something, let me know in the comment section below. That's basically it, guys. I mean, I main top lane, I main support, and I jungle. So I had enough life steal, of course, to take care of them. I get a triple kill right there. So it is very important. CS is important. Everything in the game is important. Communicating with your team is important and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you.